Hello, welcome to the podcast. Hello, hello. I am almost certain that you guys can hear me, so no need for the thumbs up. I can actually see my avatar where I'm sipping coffee, and I do believe my voice is heard. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday, and welcome you all. Let's see. I'm gonna say hello to a few people here. Okay, let me get this set. And hello to Walking Dead Junkie, Ty Fletcher, Linda Pro One, Dolores Sims, Connie Balmer, Sharon Davis, Joyce Bolt, Sister and Sissy, Elaine Parker, Sandra Rose. Okay, it just jumped here. Okay. Got it. Jazz, Ty Fletcher, Sonia Johnson, BW, Rohini Gillen, yes, Pamela Brown Jenkins, Marshar, Fancy, Lynn, Jazz, Patricia Witherspoon, Carol Lunn, Ty Fletcher, Joyce Bolt, Myra V, and of course, Lydia Washington, Emma D, okay, I think we got everybody. Yep. Carol Lynn, Sandra Rose. Yes, Annie Bullard. I didn't get you yet. And Edith Ugaji. Welcome. Carolyn Tubbs. Yes. Charlotte B. Bonjour. Bonsoir. La Petite Appartement. Susie Q. Annie Bullard. Yes, I just told Charlotte B I have a small apartment. La Petite Appartement. Let's see. It's not too many things I can say in French, but I have a small apartment, just happens to be one of them. Don't ask me why. Excuse me. Oh, le baguette. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna. You know what? No matter what happens, sometimes I think I just like I BW. BW. Wow, you just got here. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am just absolutely floored, especially with that opening. But thank you. Now I'm in a better mood. I was in a good mood, but now I'm in a great mood. But excuse me. Um, let's see. I think I said hello to everyone. Thank you again, BW. Well, it is a great day. It is like sunny, that balmy weather where it's just like cool but yet dry. One of my favorites. Hello, Vera. So, TCC Sun, JJ, Helen Ferran, Mario Espana. Is that right? Epanya. Sandra Rahim, Chantel number 6. You know, for some reason, I just like went into like that wormhole of YouTube and I watched a bunch of stuff about Coco Chanel. Chanel number 5, the name is simply because she loved the number 5. That was her lucky number or favorite number. Sharon Davis, hello. Jessica Foreman, hello. Sandra Rahim, yeah, I said hello to you. Okay, well, that being said, let us get into some really great news. I mentioned it yesterday, but today I'm going to expand upon it just a little bit, not a lot. Um, because we all kind of know about it, but there it is. The Duchess of Sussex, following a hearing on 1920 January 2021 and further hearings on 5 May 2021, the court has given judgment for the Duchess of Sussex on her claim for copyright infringement. The court found that Associated Newspapers infringed her copyright by publishing extracts of her handwritten letter to her father in the Mail on Sunday and on Mail Online Financial remedies, financial remedies have been agreed upon. Financial remedies. Now, this I got from Twitter. Um, I couldn't even possibly show you everything that Twitter has to offer. We'd be here all day, but but the hills were alive with the sound of music on Twitter. And what was the music to everyone's ears? Well, it was the fact that they had to print this on the front page in the same font. I don't know that firsthand because I don't remember what the original font was. Uh, so don't ask me what the font. I have no idea what the font was going on, but that is bad. That is really bad. But it is a good day to have a good day. So let's not even worry about it. I feel good about that. Is Church Nelly here? Where is Church Nelly these days? I never see Church Nelly. Church Nelly always comes in much, much later. Did I see Kenitha Ash? Hello. But okay, so Church Nelly is late. Well, maybe Church Nelly is at church. Okay, no matter. We'll have to just start without her. But yeah, so that's what happened. Again, the Twitter, some people are like making their own front page covers or front page for the newspapers. So occasionally you'll see some Twitter handiwork going on out there. I love it. I love it because people are in a good mood about it. Um it's just our way of expressing ourselves in the Sussex squad. We have to do this just to, I guess, maintain our sanity in a world where it seems like our faves are constantly under attack. Um, but yeah, and let's see. There's another one. Is this it? There we go. I mean, there's some of them I just couldn't show to you even if I wanted to, but needless to say, the Sussex squad on Twitter has been incredibly, incredibly creative. I haven't had a chance to get a meme in edgewise. But anyway, then there, of course, was the sad news from South Africa. So I'd rather just take care of that right now. Um, because it's fresh on everybody's mind. And of course, that was the passing of Desmond Tutu at age 90. And, I have memories of Desmond Tutu ever since the apartheid movement that I was aware of when I was much younger. And he's always been that consummate hero, always been that hero, always outspoken. I was trying to find the quote that I had on a meme where he said that when I think he said it was the British or when the colonizers first came to South Africa, they they had a Bible and they told us and we had the land. Right, he said they had the Bible and we had the land. And they told us close your eyes and pray. And when we opened our eyes, we had the Bible and they had the land. So he had a pretty wry sense of humor, which is what I love so much about Desmond Tutu, is he had a very cheeky way of saying things, and then other times he was just flat out direct. Desmond Tutu didn't have much of a filter when it came to the truth, and he was very much, um, you know, he very much wanted to I verbally sometimes chastise people in power. He would embarrass people in power with his words, which, a lot of them, or actually not a lot of them, I would say in most cases, they really did have it coming. So he was a man of principles. And of course, if you guys recall, when the Sussexes made their visit, with Archie, their first trip abroad with Archie. And look at Harry. Look at Harry. The constant gentleman. Just look at him. This is why we love Harry so much. I look at this picture and it's just, oh, well, I don't want to get too emotional about it, but thank goodness for that moment. And of course, with Archie. Arch and Archie. Look at Archie. Look at Archie. Look at Arch and Archie. Oh, see, I'm starting to get emotional, and I didn't mean to do that this soon. In a statement from the Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archbishop Tutu will be remembered for his optimism, his moral clarity, and his joyful spirit. He was an icon for racial justice and beloved across the world. It was only 2 years ago that he held our son, Archie, while we were in South Africa. Arch and the Arch. He had joked, his infectious laughter ringing through the room, relaxing everyone in his presence. He remained a friend and will be sorely missed by all. And that was from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So, oh, there we go. So, but I have to say, I'm not so sad for one reason, because Bishop Tutu worked very hard his entire life, and he was 90 years old. And even though he's going to be greatly missed, and we're always going to look for that type of leadership to speak truth to power, it's time for him to take his rest. So, that's Desmond Tutu. That was Desmond Tutu. And I don't want to get too emotional, but yeah, what a guy. What a guy. So outspoken, so powerful. And definitely will be missed. So I'm going to read a few comments before. Okay. 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 All right. I was getting a little emotional. So Myra says, rest in peace, Archbishop Tutu, a true leader of human rights. Oh, yeah. True leader of human rights, definitely. Oh, Yvonne, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, and welcome to the chat. And if you have anything that you want to share with us about Desmond Tutu, please do. Yvonne says, Merry Christmas and a happy, great year for you, Baron, and your channel. Wishing you a great year. Beautiful things are coming for you. Love your channel always, making my day while delivering packages. Thanks. Yvonne, are you working today? Are you working today? Thank you for listening or watching and listening. But wow, anybody who works during the holiday season or any time of the year is a hero for me. I'm definitely somebody who champions anybody who works. But thank you for that. You're right, Baron. It's time for him to take his rest. Wow. Thank you for that. His daughter said there's going to be a big difference because many listen to him. Absolutely. He did his part by giving to humanity, Sandra Rahim says. And Vivian Siani, Prince Harry is the best of all of the royals. I love Prince Harry so very much. Prince Harry and Meghan are blessed by the master. Absolutely. I will definitely say amen to that one. But yeah, this is so I and actually until just now I didn't feel like this swell of emotion until I heard my voice saying this out loud. You know how that is sometimes when you don't think about it so much until you have to say it and then you hear yourself say it. And yeah, he will definitely be missed. But yeah, what a great guy. Um let's see. Put that back up there. So wonderful. I'm so glad that the Sussexes had a chance to spend that time in South Africa. So happy for that. Yeah, but that's great. So anything else? I'm gonna go to the comments and read just a few more of those. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Ah, there we go. I have to increase the size of the font so that it's baby boomer friendly for me. Okay, Baron, thanks for making time for us today. Thank you for being here with me today. I need you guys more, believe me. I need you guys more. He was a very kind man. We'll miss him. Thank you for that, Jessica Foreman. That is a great photo. Harry was respectful to the bishop. Yes, I had to remove it because I'm getting like way more emotional than I even expected. So, but it is a great photo. It is very much a great photo. Um, let's see. More comments. Jacqueline Squash, welcome to the chat. Good evening, Baron and squatties all around the world. We bless God Almighty for Archbishop Tutu for his 70 assigned work, which glorified our God Almighty, our heavenly, amen and amen. So 70, that's 20 years, right? 70 years. Okay, I think I got that right. So that 70 years of being in the clergy. I think I got that right. I think a score is 20 years, right? Let's see. Can you believe there are some of younger generation that doesn't even know who he was? Yeah, Dolores, that is kind of hard to believe, but I guess in the height of the struggle, and of course he won the Nobel Peace Prize. So how lucky we are to have witnessed that history, right? How lucky we are to have witnessed that history. Thank you, Mascara. I needed a laugh. Thank you so much for that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I had to test my knowledge there. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you. Welcome to the chat, Ronnie. Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't know that I felt the way I felt until I started reading it. And I'm just like, he is gone, isn't he? At first it was just like a headline. And then when you hear yourself say it, then it becomes real. Oh, that's so weird that happened. But yeah, it did. Hey, Baron and everyone. As soon as I heard the news, my heart said, oh no, God bless him. He is resting in heaven, and God bless Harry and Meghan. They will continue to be blessed in all they do. Absolutely. Let's see. Hi to all squatties. Hope you will have a great new year. Hi, Sharon Davies. Yes, hi, Sharon Davies, if I didn't say hi already. Harry, Meghan, do not ignore anyone. They recognize you, especially when they see you. Thank God for the Sussexes. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. William is the only senior royal who have not acknowledged his death. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but that is too bad if that's the case. Okay. Before he passed, the minister gave them his blessing. Yes, absolutely. Yes, he did have a chance um to be blessed by him. That okay, I'm gonna try not to get too emotional, but let's put that one back up there. Desmond Tutu, gosh, he just seems like somebody who's always been there, doesn't he? He just seems like someone who's always been there. So, anyway, I'm sorry to get so emotional like that, you guys. I just didn't really resonate with me until this moment. So, that was interesting. But if you guys have any more comments about it, just share right now. Because it is definitely the moment that we're in. So feel free to share those comments, and then we'll get a little messy later on. And I found it. I knew I had it. I just neglected to put it up there. There we are. There. That's the ticket. That's the one right there. Um, how beautiful, right? I remember that day when they were in South Africa. I remember that day. That was like absolutely incredible. Love. And I believe that was the first day we actually had a chance to see Archie, right? To see like a video of Archie, since he was the Sussexes introduced them in the press conference and introduced him. I believe that was the first time that we had a chance to get a good look at Archie. So, how nice. Okay, so gonna read a couple of more comments. Baron, um, this is life. Loved ones pass, and we get sad, but we are in a more peace. But they are in a more peaceful place. Absolutely. Thank you for that, B10. Um, well, you guys get a chance to see what a softy I am. Oh boy, yeah. This is me at the end of a good movie. Um, an emotional wreck while everybody's leaving the theater. I'm still there trying to sort it out. So now you know me. Okay. Who's else here? Marion Owens, welcome to the chat. Harry and Meghan always make meaningful connections. The Cambridges are always that is hopping into the helicopters. Yeah, the Sussexes are leaning into the moment, and those other two, they always seem to be running off on vacation. They have more vacations than George H. Bush. It's hard to have more vacations than Junior Bush, but somehow they managed to do it. Okay, I cannot believe that the Queen mentioned her great grand that the Queen mentioned her great grandchildren and her grandchildren and her children and left out the Sussexes. I can believe it. I can believe it. I I kind of saw a little bit of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah, it was, it's built up too much. Oh my goodness. Now. Thank you so much and welcome to the chat. I don't um I don't know if I've ever saw your name in the chat before, but thank you so much. Thank you and happy holidays to you. Wow. Thank you. And I promise I'll stop being so emotional. But yeah, thank you. Um, welcome to the chat. You caught me on an interesting moment, but thank you. Um, uh, yeah, thank you so much for that. Honestly, that means a lot. Um, okay. I love Archbishop's laugh. His laughter was wonderful. He shared his joy with all. God bless. The joy of the Lord is in our strength. Amen. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would definitely say amen to that. Amen. I love this meme. I love Betty Davis. If you guys ever wonder, she's like my favorite. I love Betty Davis. Okay. Okay, let's see. What a historical pick of Archie to see and hear about when he is older. By the way, why are people watching Lizzie's Christmas message? Uh, which doesn't even which she doesn't even write herself, obviously. Yep. No, she she doesn't actually write them. Oh wow, I didn't notice that. Thank you. Uh Hen Pal, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are spoiling me today, but I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Hello, Lauren. I didn't say hi to you yet. Oh, you're emotional too? Yeah. You know, it's the weird thing about listening to one's own voice. I don't know if that happens to other people, but it's like um when I when I say it out loud, then I start to feel it. And then sometimes you feel things you didn't know you felt until you say it out loud or whatever. So I guess this conversation is what triggered me. Okay. Yeah, Betty Davis. She did take on the on some powerful people, definitely. Um, so I um I want to try to lighten up the mood just a little bit. Um, so as you may have heard, there was an intruder that tried to enter the grounds of I'm sorry, of not Westminster. Windsor Castle. Did you guys hear that? There was actually an intruder on the grounds of Windsor Castle. But I have it on good authority that the Queen is actually out patrolling herself. So if you guys are anywhere near the if you guys are anywhere near the Windsor Great Park, be careful because um her majesty is on patrol. So if you guys are anywhere near the Windsor Great Park, watch your behind because the queen is on patrol. You got that? I don't want you to get hurt because her majesty, from what I hear, her majesty has a good aim. uh, I've had this photo for a long time. Um, just so you know, there are probably some 60,000 photos that I have stored in various places. And I never thought I would have an opportunity to use this. But I figured today was a good day so that I can, lighten the mood just a little bit. So yeah, if you guys are near the Windsor Great Park, just be careful because the Queen is not leaving anything to chance. If there's a problem, she's gonna handle it herself, right? Sure enough, she will handle it herself. So unless you want some hot lead in your behind, stay away from the Windsor Great Park. Otherwise, I'm telling you, look out for Lizzie because she ain't playing. So, yeah, never take Lizzie for a punk. oh, oh, that is a good question. That is a good question. Let me see. Mascara was wondering, could that have been one of the slyest people that you'll ever meet? The air hostess. Well, I could imagine her like scaling the wall and then opening up that emergency slide. I mean, she's had some training when it comes to evacuation. I'm sure she could reverse that and and plus she wants to get a good look at Windsor because she's anticipating the day that the entire Middleton clan is going to move in. So, I'm sure she wasn't armed when they said that the intruder had a crossbow. No, that was a yardstick. She's taken measurements for the day that they take over Windsor Castle. So I'm sure that there's like, nothing sneaky or anything to it. But yeah, so the Queen's speech somehow omitted, should I say, the Sussexes, and there's no surprise there. But she one of the great mysteries is going to be how much is the Queen actually in control of her diary? How much is she in control of her speeches and press releases and such? Nobody knows for sure. But as I said, just be careful around the Windsor Great Park. Now, there was a report that there were two women wandering the grounds of the park, but it turns out it was the Wessexes. It was the Wessexes. Um, by the way, Edward's on the right. That's Sophie, aka Ford Fiesta, on the left. Edward's on the right, Sophie's on the left. Just in case you were wondering. So if there was some report that there was a couple of broads walking and wandering around the Windsor Great Park, let's hope that the Queen's eyesight is still, good and she won't take them down. But yeah, so that was the I told you I had a little messy. Oh boy. So oh, now why don't you stick that in your pipe and smoke it? Oh. Do you guys remember that one from Downton Abbey? "Well, why don't you put that in your pipe and smoke it?" I used to do a great impersonation of Maggie Smith, but I've kind of lost it a bit. Why don't you put that in your pipe and smoke it? Oh yeah, see, I don't have it anymore. But I love the picture though. I love Maggie Smith. She's a hoot. But okay, let me go to the comments. I'm having a lot of fun, but I would like to share and participate with everyone. So let's see. The Queen is just a figurehead, obviously. And especially now that she's older, I didn't know that she purchased the helicopter that the Cambridges are using. I thought that was the Queen's helicopter, but someone told me no. They purchased the helicopter for the Cambridges, and then around was it the Kensington Palace, they planted a bunch of trees so nobody could see them take off, or well, at least heading into the helicopter, which makes a lot of sense. But how in the world did they shake down that old lady and make her buy them a helicopter? That's a scandal. I mean, that's like going into your grandma's checkbook. Who does that? Who does that? Oh, I couldn't believe that. The Queen purchased a helicopter for them? Why? Oh, thank you so much, Nubian Queen. Thank you. And happy holidays to you. Very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. But yeah, to me, it seems like they must have shook down the Queen to get the helicopter. Or do you think I'm reading that wrong? Because I thought there was a time when the Queen was like trying to keep the rest of the family out of the helicopters so there wouldn't be so much controversy. But now to find out the Queen actually purchased, she could not have been. I'm sure that the way they approached her, you know, the co-conspirators, old Jazz. That's what happened. Jazz Hands was confusing the queen by hypnotizing her with that hand action. And before you know it, the queen had got the checkbook out. That's probably what happened. That makes all the sense in the world. It's those jazz hands, they're hypnotic. See? So that that's how the Cambridges get what they want. They use their jazz hands. Okay, I got it now. Thank you. Um, I've now that that's sorted, now I understand. But that's incredible. I had no idea that that was your own personal helicopter. I thought that was the Queen's helicopter and that everybody was using it. So if that's right, then I bet you there's like what, three of them in the family: one for Charles, one for William, and one for the Queen. So okay, there you have it. Um, so I wonder what Lord Nappyhead is thinking right now, since um the Duchess of Sussex has you know, they've printed that front page acknowledging the fact that the Duchess has won and that they're going to have to pay for some expenses. I bet you that is straighten his hair. I bet you that is straighten his hair. But I wonder what's going through his very confused mind right now at the daily fail. Yep. Or you know what? Perhaps he should try some cornrows. Cornrows are good. It's what we wear. Even I've had some cornrows before. Oh, oh, somebody's at work, huh? Well, we'll try not to get you in trouble. You know, someone told me one time, they said, Baron, I watched one of your videos and my kids had to come in and check on me. They thought something was wrong. And when I hear something like that, mission accomplished, and I have done my work is done. Lord Nappyhead should pay off the mortgage on Montecito and pay their security for the next 10 years. I agree, because I think that one could imply allegedly one of the reasons why they need so much security is because of the daily fail. You know, one could imply that because I think that the rage that comes through every twisted word of that paper, you know, every story they have to mention the $14 million mansion and what else? And 16 bathrooms. It's like in each story about the Sussexes, and the fail gives you a complete dossier whether or not it's needed, which of course it is not, because that was the same thing they just said last time. So it's really disgusting. And I, you, as we have all found out, is that the so-called journalists that work for these rags are in constant contact, allegedly, with some of the people on the YouTube, on the Twitter, and they are fanning these. Oh, and let's not leave out the Instagram. And they're fanning these flames of hate. And who knows what secret chat groups that they're in. But yeah, that happens. So they are fanning these flames of hate. And especially, it's one thing to hate a person, but in so many cases, they're just flat out lies. They're lying on people. And it's those lies that make them so dangerous, you know, especially concerning the children. And of course, the Duchess of Sussex's two pregnancies, or you can say three, one of which she lost because, or they lost because of the stress brought on by this constant negativity. I mean, it has a ripple effect. And I think to ignore that for them is deliberate, but we can't ignore it. So Um, yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive them for some of the stuff that they've said and done over the years. But some of the headlines, I won't even go into them because that's very painful to even consider. But I'm going to share two photos with you that I love so much. This one and this one. Now, I believe this one came first. This was when the Duchess of Sussex at the time, Meghan Markle, Rachel Meghan Markle, graduated from Northwestern. And then there's this one. Her mother went back to school and she has a master's degree, right? And oh gosh, somebody changed that number. Okay, good. I looked up and the numbers were three of the same numbers. But yeah, that's I'm these two photos, Queen Doria, the Duchess of Sussex, mother and daughter. That's what I love. I love these two. Side by side. Great photos. Okay, back to some comments here. Truth be known, the mansion is worth 25 million. The previous owner paid 25 million for it in 2009 and put it on the market for 50 million, but no one would pay for that. And you know why, Vinny Blair? You already know why. I don't have to say. Because it was, I guess, meant to be. It was just meant to be. That was their fortune. That was their fortune that they happened upon that mansion at the time that they reached that mansion at the price under the circumstances where they paid a fraction of its true value. That's God's work. God did that. So it was meant to be. It was simply meant to be. And obviously it was meant to be because it happened for them. So um when you are living a sincere life, when you are giving to others, then all of a sudden a $50 million mansion will fall in your lap. And thank goodness for that. I'm glad it happened for them. I'm so glad it happened for them. And I hope they have many years of happiness there. And I hope I'm invited to some event there someday. Like when they cross over to that $1 billion mark, I hope they become billionaires. I want them to have all of the security that they need to stay safe because having been through everything that they've gone through back in Narnia, that's exactly what they deserve. They deserve prosperity, safety, and security because it's just like a fairy tale. They left the servants' quarters, which is the only type of housing that Harry has ever known. The most popular person in the family and very hardworking. He didn't get a house like everybody else in the family. He got a cottage. And then when he got married, he was moved to another cottage. This was five residents combined. I mean, look at the mixed match architecture there. What does that tell you? Add another wing, add another wing, add another wing. Next thing you know, you have five different households for the hired help. And this is out of the huge portfolio of properties that belong to the Crown Estate. This is the one that was gifted to them, the servants' quarters. That's an insult. That is an absolute insult. And for a way to say thank you for the gift, Harry paid them $3 million so that it would never be mentioned again. 715 people? Are you guys kidding me? Wow. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the live chat. But yeah, this is what they received. They received the servants' quarters. So, better Montecito than this awful place here. I'm glad they're out of there. I hated to see that they had to leave, but I'm glad that they're gone. I'm glad that they're in Montecito. God bless him and continue to bless him. Um, yeah, good. Better out of there, right? Look at our Duchess. uh, this is what really eats up the derangers. This just destroys the derangers. When they This is why they are deranged. They can't take it. They simply cannot take that this woman of color is not only thriving or surviving rather, she's thriving. That's what she said. It's not enough to survive. You have to thrive. Well, trust me, she's thriving now. The whole family's thriving. Poor Harry, who didn't really care about, fashion or anything like that. Remember, he went to that wedding with holes in his shoes? He's not a greedy person. She's not a greedy person. But for their safety and security, well, they're going to need certain things, and I'm glad they got it. So somehow things have a way of working out. Yep. I want to share a couple of other photos that I really love. Remember this? This was in Cardiff, Wales. And this is when I believe the Duchess got her first public curtsy, which was really sweet. And it caught her off guard, totally. But it was very sweet. In the beginning, there were people who definitely were reaching out, was happy for Harry. Look at all the people in the background, eager to see them. And it took them a little longer to get there because the train was delayed. I remember that day. They apologized because the train was delayed. And even though it was so, cold and damp and everything, everybody just stayed, because they wanted to see the Sussexes. And then, of course, this gentleman right here. This was the first time that publicly, as a Duchess in waiting, that someone showed some chivalry and kissed her hand. Do you guys remember that one? That totally happened. Um, I watched every time they had a walkabout. I couldn't wait to see it. I could not have been more eager to see anything in my life. I couldn't wait to see it. But that really did happen. And that again was in Cardiff, Wales. And look at the joy on everybody's face. And look at Meghan, just really amazed by the outpour of love and emotions for the Sussexes. So, yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. As I said, I do keep the occasional receipts, and some things I keep just for the joy of it, and this was one of them. So, okay, I'm going to go to some more comments here. Okay, let's see. She is so sophisticated. Absolutely, absolutely. What did I miss there? Okay. Oh, thank you, Lorna Murray. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, how do I keep coming back to that one? That's because these are coming so fast. Let me see. Okay, it's the paper that campaigned against Meghan and Harry because of their hatred for Meghan. Yep. That would be the Fail, the Sun, and then the others that seem to have the love-hate relationship, mostly hate. Yes, the property value in Montecito has gone up. It has gone up. Montecito, people knew of it because of a few of the famous people that live there, right? But then once the Sussexes showed up, then all of a sudden there was a greater interest in the area. And for those who live there, all of a sudden their property value has gone up. So go figure, right? The Daily Fail is bruised. They will be plotting on chats. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, the walkabouts. It's like bittersweet now. When I look at the walkabouts that they had, on the one hand, I still feel that excitement that I felt at the time. Because from the time that I heard about the engagement to the day of the wedding, I would just eat, sleep, drink Harry and Meghan every day, all day, hoping to see something else, hoping to see something else. And then, in case you haven't heard the story, I purchased the ticket in 2017 on Thanksgiving or the night of Thanksgiving, and then I found out a day or two later, I can't remember, that there was an engagement. Then I found out that there was a wedding date. And then I found out the wedding date would coincide with my trip to Europe. And so, with all that considered, I'm like, okay, I got to be there for the wedding. And so, I was actually in Rome maybe 2 days before the wedding, and I had a rail pass, so I had to get from Rome to London in time for the wedding. So, um, and in that I had to spend like one night in Paris because of the rail strike. So, but I made it. And that morning I was so tired. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to go, but I'm just like, you know what? God has brought you this far. You got to keep moving. So I did. So I got up and I got on the train and I went to Windsor. And when I got to Windsor, they wasn't letting anybody move. They, they were doing crowd control. And so some people got discouraged. And as I'm walking up to the procession, people were going in the other direction. And so, they're not letting anybody. I know, Lydia, you love when I talk about my trip to Europe. All you have to do is ask me about Europe, and that's the next 20 minutes. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yeah, I was in Europe. I was in Europe, and I went to the wedding. So, oh, you guys are too funny. But see, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, I remember. There we go. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what happened is that I was there for the wedding. You guys are too funny. Oh my goodness, I love it. Right? I love it. I love it. Keep those eyes rolling. Anytime I bring up Europe, just make sure you roll those eyes. And just for that, I'm going to name every country I've been to, every city. Oh boy. Thanks for making me laugh. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I got to drink some water after that one. So, and that's what happened. I was there for the wedding, and it was really cool. It was really cool. If you want to see some more about it, make sure you check out my anniversary video. Um, you have to go back a few months for it. I tell you what, I posted it on their anniversary date. So what was that? May the 18th or 19th? And if you go back to that date, you can find my anniversary video for the Sussexes. But fun times. Okay, let's see some more comments here. Ah, well, thank you, Mary H. Believe me, I love to talk about my travels. Uh, in 87 to 9. Oh, nice, nice. I'm sure you loved it. I mean, it's just one thing about being in Europe. It's just like whatever like your favorite movies are. Like when I saw Spider-Man: Far From Home, was it the one where they went to Prague and where else did they go? They went to anyway. Oh yeah, I think they went to Venice, Prague, Venice. Anyway, I had been to every place in the movie, so of course that gave me street creds for that. Over 700. Yes, Lydia. I'm impressed by that. We were at 749 for about 2 minutes until I started talking about Europe. After I started talking about Europe, they cleared out. But I have that effect on people, I suppose. Oh boy. Well, thank you for the laugh, you guys. I needed that. Yeah, trust me, I needed that today. By the way, you guys, Church Nellie is not with us. I can't believe Church Nellie is not here. Maybe it's because of this. I think this is why Church Nellie is not here. I think she finally got her sink fixed. So if anybody is wondering where Church Nellie is, she's probably testing the tap water or thereabouts. Oh, I waited all day to share this one. But yeah, so that's where Church Nellie is. She's testing the tap water. Either that or she is secretly listening to the Phantom of Westminster Abbey. You know, some people didn't like it, but maybe she's watching the Phantom of Westminster Abbey. That's where she is. Oh yes, they're still going on and on about this. Yeah, I don't know how much Kensington Palace paid or what they promised to get them to talk about this, but they are still going on and on and on about this whole thing. She didn't even do it live. She didn't even do it live. Just a quick question on the other Duchess performance. I'm the only one that found the performance awkward. For moments, it seemed that she wasn't performing. That's because it wasn't live. It wasn't even live. You know, that's why the camera never panned to the room so that you can get a reaction from anyone. You know, they want us to believe that somebody said, "Oh, we need a piano player. Is there a piano player in the house? Can someone help us? Is there a piano player in the house?" And then suddenly they want us to believe, you know, like they yell, "Is there a doctor in the house?" They want us to believe that somebody yelled, "Is there a piano player in the house?" And then, of course, you know, she looked up and said, "I'm a piano player." And then, with the same confidence of, let's say, George S. Gershwin, she went and plopped down at the piano and started playing, right? That didn't happen. That's what they want us to believe. But trust me when I say it, that didn't happen. There was a pre recorded session where she would go into that little corner of Westminster, if it was Westminster. And then, of course, she did one take, cut. She did another take, cut. She did a third take, cut. And after about 3 days and 3 nights, they were finally able to stitch something together to make us believe that she was actually playing the piano. Um, and hence the story of the Phantom of Westminster Abbey. That's my version of the story, and I'm going to stick to it. Now, you all could believe whatever you want to believe, but I just refuse to believe that she went in there strutting up to the piano like Sir Elton John and sat down and just started playing. That didn't happen. Sorry. Sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but she didn't go in there and play that piano like that. That was several takes over several days. Cut. And then they were managed to able to stitch something together. And yeah, Joan, I'm sorry, J Law. Joan, it took 10 years to come up with the secondhand idea. It took 20 years for her to sit down at the piano. It doesn't even look like a real piano. That's a baby grand. Who brings a baby grand to Westminster Abbey? Don't they have one? Oh, wait a minute. The one that they have is not rigged to play by itself. That makes sense. If that's what happened, no shade, but I just refuse to believe that she played that piano. But if she did, I stand corrected, but I just don't believe that that's the case. Baron, you are amazing. Wishing the best this Christmas and always. Everyone is so happy to see the Sussex family. They look so happy and beautiful. Wishing them and you a blessed new year. Amen. Well, thank you so much, Pura Quazada. Quazada, right? Thank you so much for that. And is that the flag of Dominica? Is that Dominica? Sorry if I got that wrong. But okay. So anyway, that's my take on the grinning piano player. I just don't believe that she played the piano in front of the audience. Someone said that she may have actually let's see. Uh-huh. Yes, Charlotte. Exactly. What'd she say? Yes, absolutely, Charlotte. We, mademoiselle, we. Okay. But you all really put me in a good mood today. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. 10 years to play yeah, 10 years. But that's okay. Don't feel bad for Carol, because Carol's gonna get those that money back for those lessons on the other end. Trust me, she will. she just JJ, I can't even get it out. I'm just gonna leave it. But Jos, the merci Baron. Thank you too, Charlotte. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Yes. Merci. Let's see. I agree. She found it difficult to play that piano. It seems she seemed nervous, and it was really intense to see the clip. Laugh out loud. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I saw her walking up to the piano and sitting down, I was like, what is she doing? What is she about to do? Well, apparently she just hit play because oh, help me make the music of the fright. Well, see, Carol Middleton has spent a fortune connecting with that family. They spent a fortune getting that family connected with the Windsors. And so Carol is going to recoup her losses at the coronation. It's going to start with Charles's coronation. When Charles has his coronation, she's going to push her little airline hostess cart down the aisles of Westminster, and she's going to sell some cocktails, to kind of make up for what she's lost. But the big coup is going to come when they have a coronation with the Cambridges, because not only is Carol going to sell all the party stuff, she's also going to use her her air hostess trolley in the aisles of Westminster to sell drinks. But remember, do not assume you're going to get the entire can of Coca-Cola. She's only going to give you half a can. It's just like when you're on the plane. The other thing is the other thing is on the day of the coronation, the Yeah, she's already got the merchandise ordered. Thank you for that, Ronnie. Her brother, he has that. Hey, Helene. She uh Kate's brother has a business of his own with monogram marshmallows, or as I like to say, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Monogram marshmallows, also known as I can't believe I didn't think of that. But this is true. Her brother James Middleton has a business that is on shaky ground right now because I don't know if you guys can believe this, but there's not many people that want monogram marshmallows. Well, when the coronation comes, that's going to cure all that because oh boy, I'm being so silly right now. But the coronation is going to solve that. That coronation is going to put monogram marshmallows on the map. So it's going to be a win-win for the Middletons, Kate, um, Carol, and of course James. Pippa don't need any help because somehow they managed to get a billionaire for her, so she won't need to sell anything. So the whole family is going to make out like bandits, thanks to the Windsors. They're gonna change the name of it to Middleton Castle. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna change it to Middleton Castle. Yvonne, I didn't know you talk like that. Am I having a bad impression on you? Oh boy. I'm 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 um I'm having a bad impression on you guys. I have to um I have to show a little more decorum, especially when I'm speaking of the future residents of Windsor Castle, the Middletons. Anyway, let's get that face off the screen. I've had enough of that. But it just goes to show you can't keep a good air hostess down. You just can't. Um, oh boy. Okay, so let me check and make sure there wasn't anything else I needed to address today. We talked about our dear Desmond Tutu, right? And we spoke about the Queen defending Windsor Castle herself. Again, if you guys are going to be anywhere near Windsor Castle, just be careful because there was an intruder and the Queen has decided to take up patrol herself. So be very careful near Windsor. Also, there are two very dangerous looking women that were seen, two very ratty, poorly dressed women that were seen on the grounds of Windsor Castle. They seem like some shady characters, so watch out for those ladies. Okay, comments. Oh, well, you know what, Sharon? I'm over here blowing my nose too because I needed to let that out. Thank you. But yeah, there are two rugged women walking, and one of those ladies I recognize. I recognize the one on the right because I think that's the one that wore that couture gown to the cenotaph. Remember the one that tripped over her gown? Um, I think I recognize her. So, um, let's see. Um, there was no intruder. It was a distraction from Megan's winning. You know, Susie Q. I think you're onto something there. I really believe that because isn't it convenient that all of a sudden there's this intruder just as they had to print something about Megan's winning and that they had to acknowledge it on the front page of the paper. So it is quite a coincidence, especially when Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, was scheduled to go to Windsor Castle. you know, on an occasion like that, you would think that there was heightened security at Windsor Castle. So who would dare try to intrude upon the castle with all that extended security there? So yeah, there's something about that that doesn't make sense. You're absolutely right, and I am in total agreement with you. Now, Edward, this is what I was looking for. Notice that Edward seems to be wearing somebody else's coat. And so that's why I said when they said that some woman face planted near the cenotaph, the first thing I said was Edward, only to find out that it wasn't Edward. It was actually a real woman and not Edward, not to be confused with Edward. So that's anyway, I'm not going to do that one again. Edward, but as you can see, he's showing us a little leg. So, for that fall collection, he was actually very daring. So, um, oh boy, yes, yeah. And who intrudes with a crossbow? A crossbow? Who intrudes with a crossbow? But I'm telling you, it don't matter because you messing with the wrong one, boo. Who's ever intruding on Windsor is going to pay the price because the queen ain't messing around. The queen is not messing around. So I'm just saying, be careful. The queen is always very well, she doesn't say it, but people say it for her. You guys know she did serve in the military during World War II. Nobody could change a flat faster than Her Majesty the Queen. So you're absolutely right, Mary. You're absolutely right. But nobody thank you, Maxine. Nobody messes with the Queen. So she's learned a thing or two over the years. Okay. So let's open it up to some questions and answers. I'm going to pay total attention at this point. I'm going to get rid of a few things in case I need to call upon a photo here or there. In the meantime, let us please pay respect and homage and send out our love and affection for the two queens, Princess Diana, who I would like to remember every time we do one of these live chats. The People's Princess, the Princess of Wales, Princess Diana. Diana Frances Spencer, who obviously gave Harry everything that he needed to live the life that he's living right now, who gave him his heart, gave him character, taught him everything that he needed to know in order to make it in that family. And so, fortunately, we can always say that Harry was able to pick up where she left off. And then our other queen, Doria Ragland, the one who said, "No thanks, I don't need to go to Sandringham for Christmas. I have a home." That Doria. No thanks, Your Majesty, I got a home. I don't know why that tickles me, but yes, Fancy. Uh-huh. Doria and Diana. And I didn't notice until somebody told me that their names begin with D and end with A. Didn't even notice that. So, yeah. Let's see. Someone just tried to call me. Turn that off. Okay. Beautiful, Diana. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Doria, Doria's everything. Doria is an inspiration, absolute inspiration, and that's why I really adore the fact that both of them. First, Meghan got her degree, and then when she was able to, she helped her mom. If I remember the story, she helped her mom get her degree. So, very powerful women, and I'm so proud of both of them. Very proud of both of them, and that's why we have our faves today. Absolutely. Go Sussex. Okay, now to the comments. Lady Doria, mother of the Duchess of Sussex. Absolutely. I have been sitting here on my phone for so long that my living room is dark, pitch black here. PJ, well, thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Harry is his mother's child. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Yes, that's what I thought. I read that. She did an interview for a magazine some time ago, and I thought I read that in the magazine that she paid for her mother's education. Thank you for clarifying that for me. But yeah, I love that. I love that the mother helped the daughter, and then the daughter was able to pay it back by helping the mother. That is an inspiration. Love that. Um, let's see here. Go back there. Get rid of that and add that to the stream. There we go. Our faves. Okay, back the other way. I love this photo too. This is what I can't wait to see is that when Lili is bigger and everything and she's able to interact with her mom like that. I cannot wait to see that. I forgot which trip this was. And of course, this is the energy of today. This is what we're saying to the fail. This is everything that we need to fail to hear today. That we are unbothered by the fail. Okay, questions, comments. Maybe Edward is where but Prince Philip wasn't that tall. He really wasn't that tall. He was very slender and he seemed taller, but when you stand him next to someone who's actually tall, he really wasn't that tall. So I don't know that he was much taller than Edward. I think Edward just likes, things to fit a certain way. No shade. uh let's see, would have made a fantastic queen. Yeah, I guess Diana knew that it wasn't meant to be, but it would have been nice. Now that the Daily Fail has squeezed in the announcement that the Duchess of Sussex won, do you think Jason should be dragged into a court for that non-disclosure agreement? Absolutely. I would love to see him finally have to answer to a few things or to everything for that matter. Absolutely. Um because there is the non-disclosure agreement with the family, but maybe there's, some type of amendment to that if a senior royal says, "Oh, don't bother with that." I don't know how it's written, but I know that they say that there is one, and that I know that there's some like law or something where the help cannot sue them. But let's hope that he does end up in court. As the Duchess has said, well, not the Duchess, but her lawyers, could possibly ask for the, witnesses if they ever decide they want to take something to court. They would really do themselves a disservice because I don't believe that the Sussexes have anything to hide. Not a thing. Okay. Is that what wearing Harry's hand me down? You know, that's a possibility, but something tells me Edward likes something that looks a little flirtatious, where he can show a little leg. You know what I mean? Something tells me he doesn't mind being a little flirtatious when he's out there doing his royal duties. See how he's showing that little leg there? Helene, you're going to get me in trouble. I'm trying to not talk about him. But he does have this proclivity of showing just a little leg. So he doesn't mind being daring, you know? Exactly. Poor Edward. Nothing ever fits him. Nothing ever fits like it should. Everything is like some type of hand me down. Like you just know it wasn't originally his. And um and speaking of nothing fits, if you remember, he didn't actually fit into the military. He left. He quit. I mean, even his aunt's tougher than he is. Now she's dare I say more man than Edward, but then again, she's more man than most men. But that whole family is kind of twisted. Up is down, left is right. The young look old. Everything is very twisted about that family. It's like you have entered another dimension when you're dealing with those Windsors. Thank goodness Harry got out of there. Just like this gaslight thing here. Now, for most people, you would think that the marriage is on the rocks, but no, not in the Windsor household. You know how I said everything is something else? This is a loving glance. This is the look of love, Windsor style. That's what I'm talking about. Everything is something else. Nothing is what it appears to be. So the outside observer says that these two seem like, one is going to tell the driver, drop me off first and then take her home. But according to them, nobody has ever been closer than these two. So that's what I mean. You have to learn how to read the Windsors, because if you try to look at things directly, then you'll get it all wrong. Let me see who's leaving us here. So long, worldwide birthday celebration. Have a good night. And if we don't talk to you, Happy New Year. Happy Nueve Años. See? That's Spanish, by the way. I usually don't try to speak Spanish in crowds because something about my Spanish nearly causes a race riot. I don't know what it is. Oh boy. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was causing a race riot. Okay, there we go. I wonder if Mumbles has a thing for Jason Nav since she's toasting him. Well, she may have a thing for Jason, but I think Jason is either married or he has a long-term partner. But either way, I believe that Jason is not available to women. So that's what I think. That's the understanding that I have, is that Jason is not available to women, and Dan Wooten is not a ladies' man either. And then there's some other aide or like little flunky, and all of them seem to be very close to William. So go figure. That's all I'll say about that. Um, uh, well, the gentleman behind him, that's the I forgot his name, but he married into the family just recently. I think he was with some other woman, his baby's mama, and then somehow he decided he wanted to be a Windsor, and so now he's, in the thick of it with them. Yeah, Jason is not a ladies' man, definitely. He's not a ladies' man. Well, thank you, Felicia. You like the way I put that ever so discreetly? Not available to women? Yeah, I'm trying to be discreet with that. Beatrice, right? Beatrice is a man stealer. That's what I heard. That's what I heard is that he had a long-term relationship, and once he found out that he could get in on that Windsor um, thing, he decided that's his name. That's his name right there. I can't even pronounce that last name, but Eduardo. Um, yeah, that's his name right there. Ooh, you all are shady today. How long have y'all been holding this back? Y'all have been holding this in for quite some time, haven't you? I can tell because you all are cutting up and letting loose with it. Um, the queen is buying lazy Kate to save she and cheating Willie leaks marriage because she knows what it's like to live with a cheating husband, and the monarch may not survive. The monarchy, that is, may not survive another divorce. Oh, they'll survive. They'll survive. They will make. What happens is when I don't care who the children are, if you are not a woman born, if you're a woman in that family, you really don't have any currency. You have absolutely no currency in that family if you're a woman. And if you're not a senior royal, oh, you don't even exist. You don't even exist anymore. So if she knows what's good for her, she better stay, she better toe the line, she better straighten up and fly right. Because outside of that family, there's nothing for you. There's a financial settlement, and then you have to live in the fringes like Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. You have to live in the fringes like Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. Other than that, yeah, Kate is replaceable. Absolutely. They're all replaceable. They are all replaceable. Kate is replaceable. The only thing that threw them for a loop was the fact that they could not conceive of the idea that Harry would actually leave. That really messed them up. That affected them. They had no idea that Harry would actually leave Narnia and go live in America. That is confusing to them. That really messed with them. Um, like for instance, one of the family members fainted at the cenotaph. From all the pressure. Um, I'm just kidding. This has nothing to do with anything. I just like showing that picture. And when I heard that some poor woman fainted, I said, Edward? But it wasn't Edward. It was actually a real woman, not to be confused with Edward. Woo. Okay, okay, okay. Now see there, I got that out of my system. It wasn't Edward. Let me show them a little legs. Wessex. It was actually a woman that time. Not to be confused with that other woman, but the one on the right. But woo. Okay, okay. Let me bring this back because I got some questions and answers to get to, and we'll just forget that that came up, right? Um, yeah. So our Duchess was victorious, and the failed had to acknowledge that publicly. So if we can bring this back here, following a hearing on the blah 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 blah, they had to print this in the paper, and so in the same font which they used to speak of that scathing letter to her father in the first place, they are also going to have to come up with a financial remedies have been agreed. Financial remedies. They're going to have to compensate her. Now, surely the Sussexes are going to give the money to charity, but they're going to have to compensate them. So that's what happened there. So our Duchess was victorious. Our prince is out there living his best life in California. I think this photo of Harry is from California. Look at him watching the sea turtles. Could you be more happier for him than right now? I mean, they are just a force to be reckoned with. Look at Harry. A great dad, a dad in the making, and now he's a father for real. I think this is why they have that Diana statue features that kid of African descent. I'm sure that was Harry's doing. There we go. Sussex power. Anyway, just thought I'd share a couple of little slides with you guys. This is the famous Dior dress. And of course, she didn't wear the bag that day. She used the bag when she was in New York. But that is called, I think they call it the princess bag, or is it the Princess Diana bag? Because Princess Diana has an identical bag. It retails for about $5,000. And apparently, the bag sold out after the Duchess's trip to New York City. So that's our faves. Okay. Back here again. Okay. Baron, we can't count her. I agree. Some would go to charity, but the Duchess has bills too. You know, I hope she keeps the money. I hope she keeps the money. It's not even fair compensation for what she's been through with that newspaper. So, you know, go and buy a few more Dior bags as far as I'm concerned. Whatever. I support her 100%. Do you, Meghan? Do you? The whole lawsuit was against Daily Fail, but Mitchum Roland Bottlehead decided to join in. Look how it ended for him. They all exposed themselves. Thank you, Felicia. That kind of snuck up on me. I really should start reading these first because is that what you're speaking of? That day that he decided to cosplay Mitchum Roland? Yeah, that really did happen. And look at Kate. Kate doesn't know whether to laugh or run or what, but she's kind of hiding in the background there. But she's good at that when William's around. But yeah, William decided to cosplay some Mitchum Roland deodorant, and that really did happen. That was when they had that earshot or earthworm or whatever they call that event when William, the world's greatest hypocrite, was speaking out on the environment. And so you could see right there, William is hopping out of an electric vehicle. I think it's an Audi, but he went to the event in this electric vehicle. Now, with all of the hoopla and excitement that was built up for the event, notice in the background, there's nobody back there. Well, there's a family of four. There they are pushing their pram on their way to Tesco's Finest. That's the extent of the crowd. Everybody else, there's more reporters there than there is well-wishers. You know, the uninvited guests. There's more reporters than they are people actually standing. They didn't even need those barricades. They put those barricades up, you know, just as a matter of habit, but they didn't need them. For what? Because there's nobody, you know, there's no like a stand back. There's nobody to push back. There's nobody there. It's just the Cambridges, a few C labs, and security. and the occasional odd photographer. So that was a huge success that nobody watched. Nobody watched it. And that is the earshot campaign. So that didn't work. So then they thought, well, let's see, what else can we do? Oh, I know. Why don't we have a night at the opera? Well, the Carol event. And on that occasion, that's when they had the Phantom of Westminster Abbey. Again, I don't know that many people watched it, but the Cambridges are always trying to reinvent themselves constantly. You just never know what they're going to be next. Just like William is practicing the jazz hands. So, yeah. Uh yeah, that happened. And of course, not to be left out, the Queen is for Black Lives Matter. So even the Queen, one thing we'll remember about 2020 and 2021 is how the Windsors have reinvented themselves. So the Queen has joined Black Lives Matter. Um, William is pretending as though he cares about the environment, and Kate fancies herself George S. Gershwin. So oh, yeah, it's all kind of weird things happening. And then, of course, the I do believe the Queen was was actually sending a signal to the Duchess of Sussex by wearing red for her annual Christmas address, because um, you would easily confuse the two, right? The Queen, the Duchess. I can't tell them apart. Okay. Okay, let's clean this up. Jazz hands play that piano. No, they said it was actually a player piano. Many people believe that the piano was not authentic. They did not film in front of the audience. It wasn't like Kate jumped up and said, "Oh, I can play the piano." Like somebody says, "Is there a piano player in her house?" And then she jumps up, "Oh, I play a little piano." That didn't happen. Let's see. See you later, Baron. Thanks for keeping me company. Beautiful ladies on today. I'm sending love. Yours always. I mean, your way. Okay. Thank you so much, Sonia Johnson. Thank you. Wow, we had 774 people in here a second ago. That is impressive. That's like the biggest ever. Church Nellie is here? Where's Church Nellie? Did she just come to? I mean, did she just get here? Oh, there you are. There's Church Nellie. So, Church Nellie, we know you're late because you were getting some work done on your house. And is this it? Is this what happened today? We heard you got your sink fixed. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Better late than never. But yeah, so moonshine. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. So just to recap, as you know, we lost Desmond Tutu today. So we spoke about that earlier. I shared a few photos. I can share them again for those of you that just joined us. Oh, there we are. There we are. And let me see if I can get this banner off of here. There we are. So, yeah, we're celebrating his life today. We're celebrating his life. What a great day that was. I'm better now. I was a little emotional about it earlier. And then a recap from yesterday. Thank you so much, Mod Squad. That includes Church Nellie, Rising Phoenix, Anastasia Isabella, Sherry Ware, and Lydia Washington. Those are the ones that we all count on to keep the comments clear of the trolls. Because the last thing we want in the comments are a bunch of trolls trying to give us a hard time. I mean, once a troll shows up, the whole mood changes. See what I mean? When the trolls come out, everything changes. So, yeah, thank you, Mod Squad. And then also from yesterday, this is the list of the people who have joined the Patreon, some of the most patient, loving, caring people in the world who have ever gone on Patreon and not received a single perk. None, nada, nothing, not a single perk. So if you're joining Patreon, or if you have, thank you so much. I do apologize in advance. There's no extra secret, any handshakes, videos, slaps on the behind, nothing extra on the Patreon, but love and appreciation. And then, of course, the super chats. Some of you may see your names there who, let's see, Helene, I don't think you're on the super. I mean, I don't think you were on yesterday, but I believe your name is on the super chats there. But anyway, there's all the people who have helped to make this channel successful. Yeah, those are the people who have purchased the super chats. And then, of course, let's see, the channel memberships. Oh, I think I took those down, unfortunately. But yeah, and then there's all the people who have memberships to this channel. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Everybody, please give them applause for helping with the channel. And for those of you who have been unable to contribute to the channel, again, it's lovely if you can contribute, but if for any reason that you can't, or you're unable to, or even not inclined to do it, your comments and participation, your likes, all of those things are what helps to make this channel strong. So thank you for making Royal Sussex one of the fastest growing channels in all of Sussex squaddom. I think that's the word. But yeah, thank you for that. Okay. Gonna take some more comments. We're getting close to that 2-hour mark, so it will be time to. Oh wow, 779. Thank you guys for being here. 779. Can you believe it? I think that's an all-time high for this channel. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining the shade. And for some of you, thanks for throwing the shade. Because there was quite a bit of that today too. Quite a bit of y'all throwing shade. Let me see. Okay, let me go to some comments. I'm gonna scroll all the way down here. All right. Well, thank you so much, Salon. And here. Can you imagine being Kate and going through all this misery only to have the monarch abolished before you get to be queen? Oh, please don't make me smile to think about that. That makes me smile. Wouldn't that be funny? Baron, I live in Narnia and I will I let me see, and I will on Levin to see her customized doll. That doll is Aunt Levin, and Aunt Levin is that doll. Well, of course, that is. You know what? I'm going to start calling her Aunt Levin. But yeah, Angela Levine, the troll doll. Where is she? Uh, um, I don't think Harry is going to write the book. If he does write the book, it's only if Meghan allows it. But Meghan doesn't really let him out of the house that often, so I don't know if he's actually going to write the book. What a troll! I can't stand her. And she makes up stuff, just like her. That's another one that just makes it up as she goes along. Both of them, they just make up stuff as they go along. Doesn't have to be true. It just has to be said, I suppose. Okay. Let me see. Baron, how can I contribute from abroad? I mean, Librevik, Librevik. Wow, where is that? That's a interesting name. But I don't know. We have PayPal, Patreon, Venmo. If you go to the chats, oh yeah, it's not in the chats for this one. I have to start putting those in the chats, I suppose. But yeah, any of those, you can check out the what do you call it? Check out the menu. Go to something in the menu. It should be there. But and thanks for asking. But I'll try to forward something to you later. A link to you. Okay. The British will jump off the cliffs of Dover like lemmings. No monarchy, their identity will be gone. Yeah, their identity, some people do call it a cult, but yeah, their identity is heavily tied to the monarchy. Their identity is, and their identity and that of the monarch seems to be one and the same, which is almost kind of disturbing for people who haven't grown up in that system. So I agree with that. That would, yeah. Could you imagine? But it's only the older people that will be so greatly affected because anytime they take a poll, the younger people don't really see a use for the monarchy. So the days of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir conspiring, they're all looking for their upwardly mobile position as staff for the king, the future king of England, and not Charles, but the one that's sitting there with the rose. That's what they're all waiting for. Just think they're going to wait their whole professional career just so that they can join into all that madness. But, that's what they want. So, okay. Okay. B10 Pal, she does not like to do work, and now they are pushing her to work. Yeah, now that the Duchess of Sussex has embarrassed them by showing them what hard work is. And of course, Harry is not there to do their work for them, to go and put out the fires here and there. So now they actually have to do an honest day's work. Hey, Baron, I wish Meghan could bankrupt the Daily Felon. Wouldn't it be something if she took over that paper? If suddenly she had a controlling interest and then she could fire Pierce Morgan and then expose all the secrets of Thomas Markle's connection, that is, to that paper. Wouldn't that be grand? Spend 10 years wasted to be queen, and it falls through for being so sneaky and mean. Yes, the mean girl. The mean girl. But yeah, the Middletons, the Middletons have sacrificed a lot to get her in that position. And wouldn't it be something if it was suddenly taken away? That could happen, Deanna. That could definitely happen. There's plenty time to do that. There'll be so, and what better time to make it happen than when Charles is made king, and then all the confusion, and of course the media is going to help him, so that could definitely happen. Uh, that's why she's not going anywhere. I don't think the British people are ready to get rid of the monarchy anytime soon. Well, there will always be a monarchy. There will always be a monarchy. But to what degree the public is paying for them? Will they still have the lavish homes out in the countryside and such? So, yeah, I don't think that the monarchy is ever going anywhere, but they will have to modernize. They will have to downsize, as Prince Charles has often said. And maybe Charles has some secret plans that are more in line with a true modern monarchy, and he's just not speaking about it. But there's the threat of closing down Kensington Palace or decommissioning the palace, opening Buckingham Palace to the public year round. All of which I agree. I mean, there's so many people that can benefit from um, having the doors of these places open to the homeless. That's not going to happen, but you know, it's more property than that family will ever need. I mean, who needs a home with 775 rooms like Buckingham Palace, which of course is part office building, but it's a big waste of space. I really hope that the public stops. They have enough. Enough is enough. Yeah, yeah. I hope they keep their hands out of the taxpayers' pockets. Has some good ideas, but he's too greedy and corrupt. Yeah. I think that Charles is looking the other way. I don't suspect he needs the money. I think that he enjoys the power, but he doesn't need the money. And playing around as the regent, I mean, because effectively he's like a regent. Being a regent gives you a lot of power to do a lot of dumb things. And I think that he's just dumb and irresponsible more so than I think that he's actually after money because, he has a Duchy of Cornwall and eventually he's going to inherit the Duchy of Lancaster. And that's when you go from multimillionaire to billionaire. So I don't suspect that that he needs to profit from the stuff that's getting him in trouble. So let's see. Let's see. Never say never with this royal. Okay, I can't say that word. None of the others are strong enough to keep it going when the queen is gone. Harry, possibly, yes. Harry could, but the others, they are going to lose public favor because don't forget, when the queen goes to her glory, there's a lot of people who are very supportive of the family as it is. A lot of them are also slipping away day by day. So at some point, the amount of public support is going to transition as the queen will transition, and the younger people are not interested in the monarchy. They don't see a need for it. The people of France, the people of Portugal, they get along just fine. Austria, they're getting along just fine, and they don't have a royal family anymore. So the family, they're still royals. They still have their titles, and let them keep their titles. But this elaborate pomp and circumstance, totally unnecessary. We don't have royal families in the United States. Well, not officially. But as you know, when it comes to charity, we don't take a back seat to anybody. And somehow we manage to keep charitable organizations going just fine without royal patrons. Can you figure that out? We're doing just fine without royal patrons. And I wonder why. Because, oh, by the way, let me get them off the screen. Why didn't you guys tell me that? I'm looking and I just see those hideous people looking back at me. Sorry about that. But yeah, Raven, Raven, I just caught that out the corner of my eye. What are you doing? Um, the middle bum can't wait to get their hands on that cash. Yeah, the middle bums. Carol Middlebum. Kate Middlebum. Or well, with Kate, it's more like where's the bum? But yeah, I get what you're saying. I caught that out the corner of my eye. I'm like, what? Okay, I hope Charlie Horse. Oh, Deanna, you too. Charlie Horse shuts down everything and goes kick out all the freeloaders, including Baldy and Grinny. Yeah, and get those Kents out of there. I want to see the Kents with their bags packed and on the street. I would love to see those Kents living out of a shopping cart, or as you guys say in the UK, a shopping trolley or a trolley or whatever. I'd love to see them living out of a shopping cart, especially Princess Michael of Kent. I need to watch the replay of the address Liz made for Christmas. Cannot believe she left the Sussexes. I left out the Sussexes. I cannot. Did that. She is. Well, yeah. Let's see. I watched like a minute and a half, right? And then I kind of skipped through like the longer version of it, but they have like music, choirs, and lots of people of color. You know, every time you turn around, there's another color person there, a person of color rather. And so they did like this whole elaborate thing for the Christmas speech. But yeah, chances are a lot of people were did watch it. I think they said it was like over 1 million people or something like that. And then of course, because she's becoming so much more frail, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to take interest in this speech, the next one, and because everybody assumes it may be the last. So there's going to be a lot of interest there. So in a way, things are just kind of frozen because they have weaponized the queen's age, and now they have weaponized the queen's fragility. So that means that they can use the queen against anybody that they disagree with. They, of course, meaning possibly the Sussexes, how they have weaponized the queen's age. Oh, the queen is 94 and Philip's in hospital. The queen is 95 and Philip has just died. So, yeah, that is going to be a weapon that will be used against them again and again. So anytime that the Sussexes do something like not show up for Christmas, even though we're in a global pandemic, they'll say that how could they do this to the queen? After all, she's 95 years old and Philip has just died. Let's not even mention the fact there's a pandemic, or let's just ignore the fact that, Andrew is the one who is really causing the problems. It's not the Sussexes. Andrew is the elephant in the room. So they ignore that. Better to pick on the Sussexes. Yeah, but she ain't gonna do that. The queen, everything is carefully crafted. Any message from the queen is carefully crafted. Like when she went to war against the child over a name, we'll never know if that was the queen's doing or not. But the legacy, what they're doing is they're really ruining the queen's legacy. The legacy for the queen will forever be tarnished by this whole thing with Andrew. And the other part of her legacy that is going to be tarnished is the way that they're dealing with the Sussexes, with allegations that some things have been said. That is going to ruin the queen's reputation from here on out. That's her legacy. It's unfortunate. I won't say it's unfair because I don't know her. But absolutely, Harry and Meghan was smart. They left first. You will see they will all be leaving soon. Yeah, I hope the family. I hope the royal family modernizes. The Sussexes has done a huge favor for William's kids because at least now they know there's options. They don't have to just go along to get along. They can actually do other things with their lives. And I think the Sussexes. Oh, it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. So you guys, I have enjoyed spending today with you guys on the live chat. And it was it's been emotional, it's been fun, it's been funny. You guys have come through as usual. Absolutely, Jennifer. The respect has gone down. I do thank you. You guys, what else can I say? Thank you for everyone who has participated, whether with the comments or financially, whatever you've done to help this channel be successful. Likes and shares and such. Please don't forget to like if you haven't liked already. Also, I don't know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow. I want to do something edited because I'm kind of missing my edited videos, but we'll see. But remember, daily and consistent uploads. Also, there was something from Sussex Squad UK. Is that right? Sussex Squad UK from Ivy. I always say Ivy, so I always forget the name of the channel, unfortunately. But yeah, Sussex Podcast UK. Is that right? Yeah. But anyway, Miss Ivy has uploaded today. So hello, Ivy here. Okay, who's gonna have the last word? Great podcast. Have to go back to listen from the beginning. Love you, Baron. Love you, Church Nelly. Anyway, last word to Church Nelly. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Thank you for your support. You all mean the world to me, and I am so sincere by that because yeah, you guys just do. Thank you, everyone.